Hello, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I'm here with Chef Paula Turner, and we're gonna get to know you a little bit. So today we decided to bring in our new chef and ask her a few questions to just introduce you guys to her, and we'll let her kind of talk about herself a little bit. So, first question, where are you from originally?
Well, I'm from New York City, and I grew up in New Jersey, and yeah, moved out here when I was 22.
Fantastic. So what made you want to become a chef?
Well, I always loved cooking when I was a kid, and I actually had a dream one night that I owned a restaurant in my dream when I was probably 12 years old, and got a job in a restaurant soon after that, and
awesome.
Here
So
I
this has
am.
almost been like a lifelong thing for you. It's like from the beginning you wanted to be a chef.
Pretty much, yeah.
Awesome. So how long have you been in the Valley, and how long have you been cooking?
I've been in the Valley for 25 years, which just put a date on my age. And I've been cooking since I was 5, as long as I can remember, my whole life.
So if you had one certain type of food or style of food, I'm partial to Southeast Asian food, Southern food. What kind of food do you like to cook?
Like to cook, probably classical European food for the most part. I like the classics, but like to eat Asian food. Any Asian food, all Asian food.
Going a little off script here with your European food that you like to cook. What kind of food theories do you have? Do you like to stick to the classics? Do you like to create your new dishes? Do you like your food to speak for itself and kind of keep it simple? Do you like it more complex?
I like to create with the classic cooking styles, but I like to put a modern day or a Paula spin on things. So yeah, I guess a combination of all of it, kind of.
Okay. So who was your biggest inspiration in becoming a chef then?
Biggest inspiration, gosh, back in the day before there were famous chefs.
Yeah.
I worked for a chef in New Jersey who was at the time a pretty well-known chef, and he was definitely my biggest inspiration. But moving forward through being a chef, I would have to say probably the cooking styles of Alice Waters or
Yes.
Thomas Keller or Michelle Richard, all like super European style chefs, but definitely with more clean takes on food.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. I like to let the food speak for itself too, but I want to mask it behind tons of spices and this and that. It's more the combination of the flavors that I like. So I get what you're saying. So where all have you been a chef in the Valley?
Here in the Valley, I have worked as a pastry chef, first of all, up at Game Creek Club. And I also was a pastry chef at the Vale Cascade, which is no longer the Vale Cascade, but was for many, many years. Then I was also a pastry chef at La Tour for a while in the Village. And then going back into savory, I was the chef at Zaccaza, which was an Italian restaurant here in the Valley for a while, and then Larkspur in Vale, and as well Bowl in Vale for the past 3 years.
Okay, awesome. So with all those different styles of food, pastry, savory, French, like what's your favorite thing to cook or make? Like certain dish or a certain pastry, a certain cake?
Probably pastries in general, and honestly bread more so than anything else. I love to bake bread, but pastries in general, I really enjoy doing, and being here, I've got a chance to do pastries again, which I haven't had a chance to do, being the chef for a long time, and we don't have a pastry chef here, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say Whitney and I, and now you are
Yeah.
all over that. So switching topics just a little bit, what sort of hobbies do you have? What keeps you interested outside of work?
Definitely outdoor anything here in the valley. From walking my dog all the way to dirt biking and snowboarding.
I was gonna say, are you a skier or snowboarder? But
Definitely
yeah,
snowboarder.
that's a better question.
But I've got an integrated family. Half my family skis, the other half snowboards.
Did you ever ski?
I did. I grew up skiing and moved out here, learned to snowboard, and got rid of the skis pretty soon after that.
Me too, so I feel the same way. Okay, so what is the most enjoyable aspect of being a chef in your mind?
Creating food that I have fun creating, and then watching the guests eat my food and enjoy it.
Yeah, that always makes it, as long as they're enjoying it, that's the best feeling in the world. So coming back to APN, what do you enjoy most about being here? Captive audience?
Yeah, definite captive audience. That's pretty great. And I think there's no ticket machine here dictating what we're cooking constantly. It's a chance to kind of be creative.
Yeah, we get to do all sorts of different things.
We do, and it's a different menu every night. We're not running the same menu every single day of the week, so it's fun.
I agree.
It's a new thing every day.
So, what cookbooks would you recommend to our viewers out there?
Well, definitely any of the Thomas Kellers. French Laundry is a beautiful book, but perhaps Bouchon is a little more user-friendly for a home cook. And then, and Ad Hoc is another book of his that is also a great user-friendly home cookbook. And then Happy in the Kitchen by Michelle Richard it's just a beautiful book, and it's filled with garnishes and pretty things, more so than it is fundamental recipes. It's pretty.
You eat with your eyes, so you gotta make it pretty.
You sure do.
All right, so COVID being an issue right now, not all restaurants are open. We know that. Luckily in the valley we have some options, but if you could go out to eat anywhere in the world right now, any restaurant, where would it be and why?
Anywhere in the world, wow. Gosh, anywhere. Well, I'm gonna go with the standard of mine is Bouchon, because I love it and I've been there a ton of times, and I keep going back forever and ever. But gosh, anywhere in the world I gotta do better than that.
Bouchon's a pretty good one though.
Yeah, but gosh, I could go anywhere. That Japanese guy in New York who only serves 3 people a night or whatever, you know what I'm talking about? I bet some of you guys do too.
All right, so now comes that time of the segment where we're going to do some word association.
Okay.
I've got 5 words for you. I promise she has not seen or heard these words that I'm going to say beforehand. So first word that comes to mind, pastry.
Apple pie.
I tried to kind of gear that towards you, and Whitney said we should give you some hard food words as well.
Only because I made apple pies today for later in the week.
The next one is umami.
Umami. Goodness. Mushrooms.
All right, here, this one's gonna be a little different. Gourd.
Pumpkin.
Yeah. Steak.
T-bone.
And sushi.
Yum.
Alright. Well, that's all I've got for today. Next week we'll have Whitney back in the kitchen with us, and we'll have another episode on Wednesday. Maybe get some things cooked up for you guys and get you some more recipes. But for now, we will bid you adieu,
Coolness.
and we'll see you next week.
Bye bye, Wellness Wednesday.